everybody, and welcome to a new video. If you are new here, my name is Jen. I am married, I have 4 children, and I live in Idaho. I hope you guys had a wonderful spring break. I know I enjoyed not waking up at 6 a.m. every morning and getting rushed and out the door for the kids to go to school, make lunches, all that jazz. I'm pretty happy that I didn't have to do that for a whole week. That was nice. But it's coming to an end, and eventually summer will come, and then I'll have 3 months just to sit around and paint and do whatever the heck I want and not wake up at 6 a.m. in the freaking morning, the butt crack of dawn, and get up. Because I'm not a morning person. Some people are like, oh, I love the morning. I just love waking up and, hearing the birds chirp in the morning. It's so beautiful. Not me. No. Those birds can shut up. I would love to sleep until like 10, right? That's pretty good for me to sleep until like 10. Yeah. But I never do. The latest I've slept is 9, I believe. And even then I feel really overly tired because I overly slept. But I know that I didn't because it's only a couple hours longer. And a lot of times my son doesn't sleep at night, so I don't really get a lot of sleep. There was one time I got 3 hours of sleep and 6 minutes of deep sleep. Hot dog. That's amazing right there. There's a reason why I'm always tired. And everybody's like, why are you so tired? Why are you always so tired? Why are you yawning? Why are you so exhausted? It's like, are you kidding me? I do everything. I mean, if you lived my life, you'd be exhausted too. I barely get a chance to sit down before my son starts screaming again. And I do these videos while he's asleep. And sometimes he wakes up during them. So I have to go and, take care of him and all that jazz. Yesterday was terrible because he must have gotten into something that he shouldn't have. Because I changed him 12 times. I know that's probably TMI. But you're an adult. I'm sure you can listen to it. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm exhausted right now. I'm forcing myself to do this because I'm just really, really tired. I would love to go to bed right now. Just boom, this second. Right now. But it's 8:10 right now, and I'd probably wake up at 2 a.m. ready to go. But that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to go to sleep in the normal time. I try and stay up with my husband, which is until 10:30 or 11. At 11 o'clock, I am just, exhausted. And it's so hard for me to stay awake. I mean, I used to be able to stay awake until 3 a.m. with my husband. And then all of a sudden, my body was nope, not anymore. Now you get to go to bed and be old. And literally, that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm old. And, he's 5 years younger than I am. So he's able to stay up. I'm old. I'm almost 41. You know how weird that is to say that I'm almost 41? That's so weird. Because I don't feel 41. I feel like I'm a 12-year-old. I'm 12 years old in the inside. And, I'm goofy. I laugh at everything. I just do ridiculous stuff. And I love life. I love to be goofy. I don't like to be serious at all. Being serious sucks. Those people who are just serious about everything, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're like that. I don't know what happened in your life to make you just be My name is Becky, and I'm gonna be serious about everything, and I can't laugh. There's no way that that's funny. I don't know what you're doing. What do you think you're doing? Your house is dirty. You know, like this. And it's like, yeah, of course my house is dirty. I'm cleaning it. You're watching a cleaning video. Come on. What do you think? I'm gonna clean my clean house? You know, I'm gonna wash my clean body, wash my clean hair, wash my clean clothes. Like, how does that make sense? That really doesn't. It really doesn't make sense. You just think about it, okay? You're like, oh my goodness, her house is so dirty. How does she get it that way? Why does she let it get that way? She should clean this. She should do that. Her kids should help. And blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares what you think. And you know, some people are like, oh, here you are getting upset that people say that your house is dirty and you're doing this and saying this person's house is perfect. And it's like, I'm not getting upset. I just think you're stupid. That's it. I just think you're really stupid that you think that I don't know that my house is dirty. Like, you think that I'm not aware of that? You can think that this is like Peter Pan and I'm pretending to clean a house? Right? No, I know my house is dirty. Thank you. I never asked you. I never was like, hey, is my house dirty? Is it clean? Can you tell me? Please, somebody tell me. No, I know when it's dirty. Thank you. Okay? We're going to get off this high horse now, but I'm just telling you. I know that it's messy. I appreciate... No, I don't. I don't know. Anyway, so what did you guys do over spring break? Did you go somewhere? Did you chill like I did? Did you want to go somewhere but couldn't? Because I wanted to go all places and couldn't. I wish we can go camping. I wish we can go to like the beach or anywhere like that and have tons and tons of fun. I wanted to go all kinds of places, but like I said, my son makes it to where we can't because he requires so much work and, you know, help and all that stuff. And I don't want to put that on someone else, right? I know that my mother-in-law could watch him, but she's older now and not as mobile. And my my father-in-law is, you know, getting up there too. So, I mean, it's hard to get someone to watch him, you know, and it's just, like I said, it's hard. It's hard. And it's just something I have to live with. And, you know, I didn't get a choice in life. People are like, wow, you're such a strong person. How do you do this? And I'm like, no, I didn't get a choice. I have to do it. Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to take care of him? Who else is going to change his diapers 20,000 times a day? Or, you know, give him hot dogs 50 times a day and all that jazz, right? Who else is going to do that? Just me. Sure, my husband helps sometimes, but he works and, you know, sometimes he just wants to relax. And my son only wants me. My husband will go in there and be like, hey, what do you want? And he's like, mom, please, mom, please, mom, please, mom, please, mom, please. And he won't even say anything to my husband. Just mom, please. So I have to go in there and help because he just wants mama. And which is fine. I absolutely love him. And he's so sweet. And he's my big baby. He's my forever baby. And, you know, I mean, there are some things that we're going through right now that I would rather not talk about, but it's a very sensitive subject, and it has to do with him, but I'll eventually speak about it. I'm sure I will, especially when it comes to that time. But anyway, I am just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and I've been talking for 9 minutes, and I am so sorry. I am going to stop talking, let you listen to some music, let you get some motivation, dance, do whatever you want to this music, rock out. I don't know what you do. But I hope that it gets some kind of motivation out of it and you clean that house. Clean your freaking house like crazy. Or just pick up a couple of things and that's it. Because that works too. Better, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it never has to be. Just remember that. Alright? Remember that. Okay. Let's get to cleaning. My fridge was a disaster. Well, I mean, I guess it is a disaster because you're still seeing this. So, whatever. It was pretty gross. I had what you see here, solid, nasty hamburger buns that my daughter, bless her heart, put in there to save dinner. She thought that if she put them in there that it would save instead of putting it in like a baggie or something. But, you know, I didn't get mad at her because it's a sweet gesture. She tried to save dinner and it just didn't work out, you know, well. Anyway, yeah, I have a couple of pineapples in here. One of them was bad and one of them is still good. The one in the back was nasty. It was all soft and like smushy. Because we buy these pineapples and then we never have time to cut them open. It's like, who doesn't have time to cut open a pineapple? And it's like, well, welcome to my life. I don't have time for anything. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I paint, right? And that's like at night when everybody's asleep and I'm like dead tired and I'm starting to paint and I fall asleep at my desk. That's like the best part. You know, I just, start snoozing. I'll put my little pillow. I have a little travel pillow. I put it behind my head and I lean back on my chair and then I'm gone. Or sometimes I just like lean over and start like falling more and more and more and more until my head hits the oh, I can't think of it now. My drawer. And then I wake up. Or my husband will be like, "Are you okay?" You know, and I like instantly jump up and I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't sleeping. What kind of a loser sleeps at their desk? It wasn't me." Or, you know, and I'm painting and then I'll just like drag my paintbrush across it because I'm falling asleep. And then I realize in the morning what I did. And I have to fix it because I screwed it up. Sometimes I can't fix it very well, and I just have to go with it, and it sucks. I mean, at least I don't do this for like a living, right? There are some people who paint for a living, and they do amazing. They do really, really good. They'll sell it on eBay for hundreds of dollars, and, you know, I paint pretty good, but not like I'm going to sell this on eBay level. And I probably could. I'm sure there's some people out there who would buy it, but I like my miniatures. I like to play Warhammer with my miniatures, and, you know, I don't want to give them away. If I gave them away, I'd have to buy more, and then I'd have to paint more, and then it'd be an endless cycle, and I wouldn't want to do that. I wanted to note that somebody had asked me to do a haul of clothes and belts and stuff like that. It's coming, okay? I just couldn't put it in this video because it was already like an hour and some odd minutes long. And so I think I'll do it in the next video. I've also been having to do some other videos on the side that I haven't done, and I should, because I got people coming after me for it. But, you know, I can't really say much about it right now. But those videos will be coming soon. I never have time for anything. It just sucks. I don't know. My life never stops. Like, the second I think that I'm okay and I go to do something, something else happens. Something else pops up. Somebody's sick. I tore my cornea. My husband's sick. He's got a headache really bad for 3 days. He's got some kind of cold or something like that. Or, anything like that. And, my son takes up all my time. And sometimes he gets sick. And it's chaotic here. It really is. So when I put chaotic in my videos, it's because my life is chaotic. It's crazy. It's insane. For 5 minutes, if someone came here and lived my life, they would leave bald. They would pull their hair out. My brother came to visit a couple years ago, and he looked at me and he said, I don't know how you do this. I was losing my mind after an hour of being there. I mean, he was helping my son, like getting him chicken nuggets, sandwiches, hot dogs, cheese, cereal, whatever else, juice, all that stuff. He would help him, get all that. And he's like, I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you do that, and clean and make dinner and do laundry and take care of the other kids. And it's like, I don't know either, man. I mean, I guess it's just because I have to. I have no other choice. Who else is going to do it? I mentioned that before. Who else is going to do that? Who else is going to do what I do? I mean, sometimes my husband, he made dinner last night, and it was really good. And I didn't even ask him to. He just did it because I was, exhausted, and I was really, really tired. And it had been a really funky day. I was in this funk all day long, and I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to really talk to anybody. But I'm feeling better today, thankfully. I'm a little congested today. I don't know why. My sinuses are pretty congested. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's gross. Anyway, so I was pretty tired yesterday. I was just kind of out of it. And I also found out that my favorite little Soda Shack place is going away. Because we're getting a Target here. And so they're demolishing the parking lot and everything. And this little Soda Shack place is in the parking lot. And it's really tiny. It's just this teensy little shack. It literally is a shack. And they sell all kinds of sodas and, Red Bull and, Monster and Lotus and all that jazz. And yesterday we went there and I found out that was their last day that they were going to be open. And I was really sad because I love that place. It's really cool. And they don't have enough money to go anywhere else. Nobody else was willing to let them build on their property. So they couldn't find a place, so they're gone. They're done. He also does Airbnb. The man that owns the place, he does Airbnbs. And his wife cleans for them, and he owns the Soda Shack too. But now that income is gone, so I don't know how he's gonna, do. That would suck, losing all that income, because that place is always hopping, and you're losing all that. That would suck. I know you probably don't care. You're like, why are you talking about this, Jen? Well, because it bothers me, it bothers me. I really like that place, and it's going away. But we're getting a Target. So I'm very, very excited. Very excited. I'm going to be there all the time. I'm going to sleep there. That's what's going to happen. I'm just going to go there. And I'm going to be like, hey, Target, you mind if I sleep outside the door so the second you open, I can come shop? No. I made a joke to my sister that I was going to camp out the night before they officially opened so that I had a chance to get whatever they're offering. I'm sure they're offering something, somebody, the first day that they open. They always have stuff like that, places that they have a grand opening. I'm not doing that though. I'm kidding. My life is too crazy for that. I don't live that kind of life. Like I said, I didn't even it's like, why would you want to do that? You know? Why would you want to degrade yourself like that? It's like Mardi Gras. The people just like, shake it for beads. Why would you degrade yourself like that? I don't understand. That's just so stupid. And you have to be such a such a bad person. That's the nicest word I can think of to do that. I was going to say something else, and I'm like, well, I might not be monetized, so bad person. Anyway, I'm getting off track here, like I always do. I just kind of randomly speak about random things because it just pops up in my head, and I have no filter, and I just say whatever I want to say. And if you don't want to listen to it, there is a button that fast forwards it, pauses it, stops the video, anything like that. You don't have to listen to my rambles. You really don't. But if you do, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. I really do. I enjoy when people watch my videos. I enjoy when you comment. So if you've made it this far, tell me something that you really want to do for summer. Like, what is your goal in summer? Are you going to camping? Are you going to Paris? Are you going somewhere special? I mean, where are you going? Where do you want to go? I know I want to go camping really bad. We have a lot of bears here, and I'm kind of worried about that. Last time we went camping, it was a disaster. I stepped in a bee's nest, and I was chased by bees and stung repeatedly on my back. I still have the scars from it. It was really bad. And then my daughter broke her arm while camping. She was jumping and like fell off of a rock or something like that. I wasn't watching her because she was in the like way backwoods playing with her brother and sister. And apparently she got on top of a rock and was messing around and fell. I would have never allowed that. But we were setting up camp, so they just kind of like ran off and were goofing off like kids do. And at the time, she didn't know she broke her arm, but her arm kept hurting. And she kept complaining about it hurting. So I took her to the doctor, and sure enough, she had a broken arm. So they casted it, and she's had pain in her arm ever since. Like, it just hurts her all the time, and I feel so bad for her. But, they've done x-rays and seen nothing on there. It just hurts because she broke it. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't know. That was a disaster last time, and it was terrible. There were also cougars there. So many cougars. We went to Cannon Beach. At the ocean, and apparently that's where they filmed the Goonies. So, there are tons of cougars that like to climb on this rock there, and right as we left, a whole pack of cougars apparently came and were like climbing all over the rocks and stuff, and people had to leave, and it was crazy. And I didn't know this until we left, right? That there were cougars everywhere. And it's like, I let my kids run around with cougars? What the heck? I would have never have done that. What the heck? No way. No way would I have let them do that if I knew there were cougars just running around. And like I said, we have bears, but we went to Oregon, which was like a 7-hour drive. So, I don't know how many bears are there, but I do know that there were cougars, and I'm not sure I'll ever camp there again because of the memories that I have of stepping in the bee's hive and getting stung 1,000 times, and yeah, that was fun. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I've been rambling for quite a bit. So I'm going to let you guys listen to some music and jam out and start cleaning. I know that my room is dirty. I appreciate you thinking that, being like, wow, her room is really dirty. Because it is. I mean, I walk in there, I throw things in there, and I leave. It just became like the place where everything goes. Like, everything just goes there. Like, that's why there's a random television there, and a black bin, and some other crap. It all just goes there. And I found like 3 bags for donation there. So now I have like 10 bags for donation now. I just need to like actually donate them. That's probably how it works. You get bags and then you donate them. That's how it works, right? But I haven't gotten to that part yet. I eventually will. When I have the time to do it, I will. But, you know, it's just when your life is busy, it's really hard to do that. I took so much time cleaning this room. I know it's sped up for you, but it probably took me like 2 hours to clean this room. 2 hours. No joke. From start to finish. And now I have all this laundry to wash because I found all this dirty laundry. And yeah, I have too many clothes. I'm aware of that. My sister tells me that all the time. And my husband tells me that all the time too. We have too many clothes. And it's like, yeah, well, what do you want me to do? Burn them? I mean, yeah, I can give some away, but they're all really nice clothes. And I don't want to give away nice clothes that people wear. You know, but then my daughter's like, I have nothing to wear. And it's like, you have so many clothes. And you refuse to have a different wardrobe. She likes to dress in black hoodies, black shirts, big old fanned out pants that look like she could fit 3 people in there. Apparently that's the style now, right? Where you look like you're wearing, you know, I don't know, Godzilla's pants. And I'm like, you know, I take you to the store and you just buy the same stuff over and over again. You buy a black hoodie, you buy a black shirt, you buy the pants and the same kind of shoes. So what would you like me to do about it? If you purchase something different, then maybe I would take you back to the store and you can buy something. She likes to go to church with her boyfriend, and she doesn't have anything nice to wear. So I've taken her to the store and I said, you should find something nice. She doesn't. She just like picks up stuff that's, you know, this giant hoodie or these giant pants or stuff like that. And I'm like, you need nice clothes if you're going out to places with him. She's like, well, I don't like dressing like that. I don't like dressing like that at all. I like to dress how I dress. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but don't complain to me that you have nothing to wear. You know? If you're cool with it, then be cool with it. And then, you know, it's just, teenagers are just weird sometimes. They're weird creatures. And she has been with her boyfriend for like 5 days straight now. It's insane. Like, she goes to his house, and then he comes over here, and then she goes to like events with him, like birthday parties for his family, and cookouts and stuff like that. And so she's just been gone all the time. Or, you know, he's been here. And she is just in like La La Land with this guy. Boy. She loves him and he loves her. Whether it's actual love or, you know, just your typical teenage love, I don't know. I asked her if she felt like butterflies in her stomach and stuff like that, and she's like, no, I'm not really. And I'm like, okay. That's the thing. And not everybody feels that. Not everybody does. But for the most part, love will make you feel very tingly and butterfly-ish and all this stuff, and you chase that feeling because you want that feeling again in the beginning of your relationship, but then it just eventually fades and goes away and you don't really feel that way anymore. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some motivation out of it. I hope you were able to at least clean up a little bit, maybe declutter, maybe you cleaned a lot, maybe you did a little bit, maybe you just wanted to watch the video. And that's fine too. That's fine too. I just hope that I can give motivation to those that need it. And that's what I strive for. I want to give you the motivation that you need to be able to clean your house and, pick up a little bit and throw some stuff away or whatever, what have you. Anyway, though, like I said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and all that jazz, because it really helps me a lot. It does. And without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now. It's been a year now since I have been doing this, and I'm finally at my goal that I wanted to get to, and it took for a while to get there, but I'm there, and I am there because of you guys. So thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscription, the subscribing. Sorry, I'm not Netflix. But anyway, though, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that you can, do whatever it is you need to do and clean and get up and move and dance to the funky music. Funky music, I said. Okay? Dance to the funky music. My nose is very stuffy, so it kind of sounds weird. So anyway, thank you again. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.